David Mustang writes, "Hey guys, love listening to your show. I heard that Robert Downey Jr. is out for Avengers 2 because of a money dispute. Can you please share if you know anything on this, and please tell me it is untrue?"
All right. First, let me say that I have had no direct contact with anybody at Disney or Marvel or Robert Downey Jr.'s representation about this issue. Okay, so I'm simply going to tell you everything that I know up to this point. And there could be other facts out there that I'm aware of, but I'm going to give you what I know. As far as I know, Robert Downey Jr. is not under contract for Avengers 2. It's not that he's pulled out. It's not that he's declined it. It's just that his contract that he's been under only goes up to Iron Man 3, to the best of my knowledge. So he's not under contract yet for Iron Man 2. Robert Downey Jr. has not ruled out the possibility of coming back for Avengers 2, but he has also, in some interviews, made the statements that suggest that he's okay with them recasting Tony Stark and somebody else coming in and playing Iron Man. You know, when he did the first Iron Man movie, he made the statement in one of the DVD extras. He said, I think I only got about a 5 or 6 year window to do these types of roles. And so maybe he's played Tony Stark an awful lot, and he might be getting kind of bored of it a little bit. So there is absolutely a possibility that we could see somebody else playing Tony Stark. And listen, I do not believe they've had any contract disputes yet over money, but Marvel is notorious for not wanting to pay their actors and directors and things a whole ton of money. They like to be very, what they would call, fiscally responsible with their films and keep their money low. And Robert Downey Jr. made an awful lot of money with the first Avengers. So I don't think Marvel would be all that heartbroken if they replaced him or if they had to replace him. But all things being equal, I do believe we will see Robert Downey Jr. back as in Avengers 2, probably for the last time. But it's no guarantee at this point. Schnepp, at this point, we all know eventually Robert Downey Jr. won't be there as Iron Man. But would you be okay, not loving, but would you be okay with the idea of Avengers 2 with a new Tony Stark at that point?
Absolutely not. I think Marvel has got to unload the dump truck at at Robert. See, I'm even calling him Tony Stark. At Robert Downey Jr.'s mansion, whichever one they want to unload, the $60 to $70 million. Just dump it into his pool. Give him whatever he wants. It's like, I want half of Chile. Just buy half that country. It's like, whatever he wants, he has to get. Avengers 2, Avengers 3. I mean, remember we were talking about Wolverine? Like, all right, Hugh Jackman's been Wolverine for many, many, many X-Men movies.
Yeah.
And, it might be the X-Men Days of Future Past might be it. Hey, I think the Wolverine's going to be a giant hit. There's probably going to be a third Wolverine, and Hugh Jackman's probably going to be Wolverine because he loves playing that character so much. I think Robert Downey Jr. loves playing Iron Man, but above and beyond that, Marvel needs him. He's the touchstone to what created their Marvel universe. Edward Norton is not. Robert Downey Jr. is. So you can replace a bunch of Hulks. You cannot replace Iron Man. He's the one who actually jump-started the entire Marvel universe that we know and love. So you can't really replace him.
I remember, this reminds me a lot of the story that came out shortly after Avengers left theaters that, the report was, and I haven't seen anything to dispute this, was that when it was all said and done, Robert Downey Jr. made a little bit over $50 million for Avengers. Whereas Mark Ruffalo, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth made around $3 million. And I think Samuel L. Jackson got $4 to $5 million. So there was this huge pay disparity. And none of this is based on fact, by the way. I'm just speculating here. I have to wonder if Marvel ponied up and gave Robert Downey Jr., say, another deal that got him $50, $60, $70 million. What does that do to the atmosphere in that clubhouse, if you will? Where do you now have to pay Chris Hemsworth $20 million? Do you now have to pay Chris Evans $15 million? Do you have to pay Mark Ruffalo $15 million? So it's a very precarious situation, I think Marvel is in, if they want to try to keep the cost low. Look, like everybody else, I want to see Robert Downey Jr. back. I think we all want to see Robert Downey Jr. back. Especially but like I said, I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to see him in Avengers 2, but I also think that'll be the last that we see him as Tony Stark.
Hey everyone, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button And make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.